Can somebody explain to me why everybody is trying to be living like a slave?
All right, everyone, it's me again. It's Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, probably around 7 a.m. And I'm going to do my workout indoors today. I am going to do lower body workout again. I'm going to work on my legs. I'm going to work on my glutes. And I'm even going to work on some core and some upper body. I have kind of everything I need here. I'm going to use a resistance band and I'm going to use my bar. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of different size weights here. Now, if you don't have a bar with plates or if you don't have a lot of weights to use, it's okay to use like one dumbbell. But I will suggest that you use some sort of weight for resistance for the workout that we're going to do today. I honestly was supposed to knock this out yesterday, but I had so much to do around the house that I decided to get that taken care of so I didn't have to worry about it today. All right. So before we start with the deadlifts, we're going to start with some standing kickbacks to warm up our muscles. I'm going to use my stretchy rubber resistance band. And out of the resistance bands, this is actually the hardest. I got this from a group in Atlanta. They make their own like workout products and stuff like that. And it's called Oh My Glutes. I think they teach at the Loft Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I'm gonna use this one, and you want to put it like in between your calf, like in the middle of your ankle and your knee. All right. I'm just gonna place my hands flat on the wall. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna face the wall with both hands, or you can leave one hand down. Again, this is all about what makes your body feel comfortable and balanced. So I'm gonna put one hand on the wall, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kick back my left leg, and I'm gonna go to 12 on each side, okay? 5, 6. You wanna feel this in your glutes. Remember, where mind-muscle coordination is very important. We're focusing on our glutes and our hamstrings. And of course, I lost count. So I'm just going to say that's 12. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, you can hold on to the wall and you're going to kick back with the right leg. 2, focus on those glutes and keep that core nice and tight. You want to keep your core tucked in. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. So now we're going to go into our deadlifts. We're going to do straight leg deadlifts. There's different types of deadlifts you can do, but today we're going to do straight leg deadlifts. And how that looks, I'm going to show you for this round. I'm going to show you from behind. All right. But what we want to do is you want to bring your bar as close to your legs as possible, right? Here, even if it's touching right above your ankle, that might be exactly where you want it. All right. You want to start off with your feet together. All right. Now, some deadlifts, traditional deadlifts, you're shoulder width apart. All right. And you're here. Okay. Here. But for these, we're going to keep our feet together. Now, it may be difficult to keep them touching, right? But if you want to keep them as close together as possible, that's where we want to be, all right? You want to make sure you're right in the middle of the bar, all right? So we have even weight on each side. And what I'm going to do, again, bring it here. Now, you can do your grip on the bar here, or you can do it here. When I'm doing straight leg deadlifts, I'm having it here because I feel the impact different. If that's a little too difficult for you, because it can be, okay, I would do the opposite hold grip. All right. So one arm this way and the other arm inside out. All right. So whatever you feel comfortable, right? So when you come down, you want to make sure that you keep your legs as straight as possible, because when you come up, you also want to keep your legs as straight as possible. So we're going to grab the bar, okay? Stick your butt out. Keep your core nice and tucked. And even if there is a slight bend at the knee, that is okay. It's not going to be completely perfectly straight. However, as you continue to train more, your body will fall in line and your legs will begin to straighten out, and you'll be able to feel the impact in your butt, because that's what we want, okay? Lower back, butt, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off here. When I come down, I'm going to come down to my ankle, all right? And I'm going to keep my back straight, and I'm going to bring the bar right back up, all right? So I'm going to come down, keep those legs straight, and back up. Focus on those glutes, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't forget to breathe. And 12. Whew. And I'm already sweating. I didn't even get through the first round. We're going to do tabletop hip lifts. Now you can use a chair, you can use a bench, but I'm very resourceful, so I'm going to use my bed. All right, I like the height of my bed when I'm doing these, so it works out perfect, okay? Now, I have this lovely, cool looking checker rug, so I'm kind of just going to use that as my mat, but feel free to lay a pillow here, to lay a mat here, whatever you want to do. Now, I'm going to lay on my back, okay? Might want to scoot this out a little bit. And I am going to be 90 degrees with the bed. Okay? I'm going to have the heel of my foot at the edge of the bed. All right. I'm going to place my hands right on the side of me, palms flat on the floor. I'm going to lift my hips, but as I'm lifting my hips, I want to do my best to keep my back straight and my core tucked, because what we're doing is we're squeezing our glutes as we come up, keeping our core tight, and coming right back down with our heels on the edge of the bed and our toes pointed towards the ceiling, all right? You want to keep these legs as 90 degrees as possible, all right? So we're going to do 12 of these as well. As you know, that's our magic number. And we're going to lift those hips and come back down. Lift those hips and come back down, okay? That's 3, 4, 5. Press those fingertips on the floor to get that nice squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and you'll also feel this in your hamstrings, and 12. All right, that is the end of round 1. Now, as I mentioned in previous videos, in order for you to really tone at an advanced level, I suggest 4 to 5 rounds. Today I'm going to do 4 rounds, but for video purposes, I'm going to leave it to 3, just so the video isn't extensively long. But feel free to add as many rounds as you like, to each circuit that is based on your goals, your body type, and really what you're looking to get out of these workouts. So see you in the next round. All right, I'm going back to my resistance band with my standing kickbacks. All right, and 12 on each side. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Breathe. And to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Kick that to the side and back to our single leg deadlifts. Now, in the last round, I showed you from behind. So now I'm going to show you how it looks from the front. All right. So again, I'm going to keep that bar as close to my ankles as possible, right above my ankles, close to your leg. Okay. Keep your feet together. You're going to slight bend at the knee so you can bring that bar up. And remember, you can do opposite hold grip or front hold grip on the bar. All right, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to 12, all right? Legs straight. Focus on those glutes. Core tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Great work. All right. Gently set the bar down. I like to keep this on my rug so it doesn't mess up the wooden floor. And now we're back to our tabletop hip lifts. Whatever you're using, whether it's a chair, a bench, your bed, want your heels at the edge, palms planted flat on the ground, and we're gonna lift those hips, keeping our core nice and tight. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good job, guys. These circuits, once you get the hang of them, they go by so quick. And because we're not doing the same thing the entire workout, and we're switching up the exercises each circuit, makes it a little bit more fun. All right, so drink water, take whatever breather you need, and we're gonna get started. And we're going back to those kickbacks. Taking my resistance band. Right in the middle of my knee, my ankle. And I'm gonna start with 12 kickbacks on each side to end the slide circuit for you all. All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Back to those straight leg deadlifts. Let's finish strong, guys. I know you can feel the burn. I know you're probably sweating right now like me, but that's a good thing, okay? I like to exercise in the morning, preferably because releasing toxins in the morning is an unmatched feeling, okay? All right, so back with the bar, close to our leg, feet together, grip the bar, bring it up, and 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, guys, we got it. 11, last one, and 12. Drop the bar, and back to our tabletop hip lifts. Two, 3, 4, 5, halfway there, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job, guys. Great job. Clap it out. We got 2 more circuits to do. But pat yourselves on the back for finishing the first one. See you in the next one. All right, everyone. So now we're entering circuit 2, and we're going to start off with some split lunges. All right. These have always been very difficult for me, but the more that I trained and included them in my workouts, they became a lot more easier. The trickiest part is staying balanced and keeping your knees aligned. All right. So again, we're still going to use, as we did in the last circuit, either a bench, a chair, or your bed. Again, I'm going to use my bed because it has a nice height to it, but you can also use a bench or a chair as well. All right. So you can also use a weight or not use a weight. Again, I'm using a weight because I want resistance, but you don't have to. So I'm going to show you with the weight, and then in the next round, I'll show you without. So what you want to do is you want to hold your weight here. You can use this dumbbell I have, which is about, how many pounds is this? 12 plus 10, 22, about 25 pounds. So it's not that heavy, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place 1 foot forward, and I'm still going to try, not really 90 degrees, all right? But I'm going to lay the top of my foot on the bed, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I still want to keep my legs faced forward. All right. Sometimes when you come down, your knee can kind of go out to the side or inwards. You want to make sure you keep it straight. All right. Now, focusing on our glutes here, we're going to go straight down to the ground with our knee, okay, of the leg that the foot's on the bed. All right. And I'm sorry to be so descriptive, but this is a very difficult exercise. At least it was for me when I first started it. So again, as you can see, I'm losing balance now, but front foot is planted on the ground. All right, and we're just gonna drive that back knee all the way to the ground, okay? Focus on the glute of the standing leg. All right. We're going to go to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Woo. All right. Breathe. All right. Now we're going to have our left foot planted on the ground and our right foot on the bed. And we're going to drive that right knee to the ground. 1, keeping alignment. 2, 3. And there's a slight lean forward. 4, 5, 6, holding the weight at your chest. 7, 8, 9, whew, and 10. That's a tough one, guys, but you got this, all right? The next part of this circuit are going to be single leg taps, okay? So I have 2 weights as my markers, and I don't want to place it here, all right? And I would use like kind of the same distance that we had our feet for the deadlifts, the straight leg deadlifts, right? So I'm going to place it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on one leg, all right? I'm kind of going to have this leg up. As I begin to bend down, that back and leg can either push backwards, okay? Or you can just leave it, but it'll naturally kick backwards with the motion, right? So, opposite arm, opposite leg. Kick that one back, all right? Use this hand to tap on the outside of the dumbbell to my right, the middle, and then the outside of the left dumbbell, okay? I'm gonna come here, down, and up. Down, in the middle, and up. Down on the outside of that, and up. Now, I probably should be a little bit closer, but that's 1, all right? So we're gonna do that 5 times. All right, and again, 1, that's 2. All right, I'm gonna keep that balance. That's 3. That's 4. And 5, okay? Now, I actually got this exercise from a famous trainer. Her name is Massey. She's awesome. I bought one of her programs before, and this is one of the exercises that stuck with me forever because I love that it works on the calisthenics. You focus on balance, and you focus on muscle. You want to make the workout fun. You don't want to just lift the entire time. And as you can see, I'm incorporating weight and resistance in some of the exercises, and some are focused on balance and just strictly body weight movement, okay? You want to train your body to do the same. So now we're going to go to the other side, okay? And this time I'm going to start, all right, with my left hand. So I'm going to go to the outside of the left, the middle, outside of the right. That's 1. Let's keep it going. Keep the flow. 2, 3, 4. Focus on that standing glute. And 5. Good job. All right. Last part of this circuit is we're going to do swings. Now you can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. I don't have a kettlebell, so it's perfectly fine. I'll just use my weight. I'm going to hold it right here in the middle so I get a good swing. So you want to be slightly further than shoulder width apart. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down, and as I'm leaning forward and coming down, I'm going to use my hips to push my butt out. Here, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the motion should be coming from your hips and your glutes. 8, 9, 10, going to 12, 11, and 12. All right. Clap it out. We got 2 more rounds of that. Drink some water, take a break, whatever you need to do. Starting with our split lunges, holding the weight at my chest. And also, I can show you without the weight. So that way, if you don't have one, the same setup, all right? You can hold your hands here for balance on your hips. I think it's better to hold it here and we come down, okay? Come down. Okay. Drive that knee to the ground. We're going to 10. Keep those knees aligned. Keep your hip forward. 9 and 10. And we're going to do the same on the other side, okay? Feet planted on the ground. We're going to move that right foot flat on the bed. We're going to drive that right knee down to the ground. Let's get it. 1. Lean forward a little bit. Okay, focus on those glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we're going back to those single leg taps. All right. Oop, already losing my balance. 1, 2. Keep all your weight on that standing foot to keep that balance. 3, 4, and 5. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3. Keep that core tight. 4, and 5. All right, back to those swings, guys. Doing a great job. Feet further than shoulder width apart. And lean forward and come down. Push those hips. 2. Going to 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The key to those kettlebell swings are to not use force in your arms. All the force and motion comes from your hips and squeezing your glutes to push that weight forward. Push it forward. All right, so you don't want to use too much arm muscle and not using your lower body strength, because swings are specifically focused on your lower body. All right, we got 1 more round of our second circuit, guys. Doing amazing. All right. All right. I feel good. Hope you all feel good too. All right, I'm gonna pick my weight up again. You don't have to use your weight. And let's drive that knee down. Let's go. Lean forward slightly. 2, 3, 4. Halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! 10. Other side. 2, 3, 4, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's push through. I know you feel that burn, but we got this, okay? Back to our single leg taps, all right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that was good. All right, next side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, almost lost balance. It's okay. And 5. And back to those swings. Doing a great job, guys. Feet apart. Keep that core nice and tucked. Relax your shoulders and use those hips to push forward. Let's go. Going to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Great job. We have successfully completed circuit 2, and we're on our way to the third. All right, so for this last circuit, we're going to finish off with some upper body and some core exercises. This is going to be a bit challenging. It's not your typical core, let's just finish the workout. We're going to start with the plank walk combo. Now, there's a few ways you can do this, but I'm going to give you the best way. So I'm going to use my mat for my arms, my forearm and my elbow. All right, so it's not on the hard floor. Depending on what surface you're using, you may not need it. All right, and I also have these 2 sliders for my feet to slide on the ground. If you don't have sliders, you can use socks, and your socks can be how you slide across the floor. All right, again, depending on what surface you're using, I would use a hardwood floor, flat, for best results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to have my forearm planted on the mat. All right, right under my shoulders. I am going to kick my feet out. All right, and I'm going to do 2 plank walks. A plank walk is bringing your palms up and your forearm and elbow back down. That's one walk. All right, so I'm going to do 2 of those, and after the 2, I'm going to bring my knees to my chest with the slider. So that's 1, 2. All right, I'm going to do this 5 times. So that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Last one, push through. You got this. Keep your body parallel to the ground and relax those shoulders. All right, that was very challenging. Not gonna lie. All right, so make sure you pace yourself and make sure you breathe. All right, the next part of this circuit, we're gonna do V-ups. Now, I'm gonna use place markers. I'm gonna use cones as my place marker. If you don't have cones, you can use your imagination. Or you can use a book, a water bottle as one. I mean, whatever you can find. All right, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start, all right, with our fingers pointed forward, palms planted on the ground, relax those shoulders. We're gonna lean back, push those feet to the side, right side, middle, left side. That's one. You just want to keep going in and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now that was a little difficult. All right. For this last part of this circuit, we are going to do alternating standing toe touches. So we're going to grab our dumbbells. These dumbbells are only 5 pounds. You don't have to use really heavy weights for this. And if you find that the weights are too challenging, you can drop the weights and just use your arms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my feet a bit wide here, right? And I'm going to reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going to 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great work. We got 2 more rounds. Take about 20 to 30 second break in between each. I can show you our plank walk combo from the back so you can get a different angle when you're doing these workouts. Alrighty, back to our plank walk combo. We're in round 2, guys. Push through. You guys are doing so good. All right, back down to the floor. Forearms on the ground, feet out, parallel to the ground. That's 1, that's 2. Slide, slide, knees to chest. Okay. Slide, slide, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. You're doing good. Whew. That's 5. I know you feel that burn. That's good. All right, back to our V-ups. V-ups. I think that's a good spread. Breathe, guys. We're doing a great job. Let's go. Lean back, feet on the ground. It's 1, 2, 3. Finish strong. I know you feel the burn. 1 more, 4. And 5, guys. Whew. Back to our alternating toe touches. All right. If you want to use without weight, I'll show you without weight. Feet apart, further than shoulder width. And we're gonna 1, 2, going to 20, 3, 4, those legs straight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 12, 13, 14, 15, you got it. 18, 19, and 20. Woo! We're almost at that finish line, guys. Finish strong. You got this. All right? We'll go back to this angle with my plank walks. Whew. Doing so good. Like, what? That's good shit right there. For sure. Last freaking round, all right? And remember, you can do this anywhere. You can do this indoors. And it probably took us about, what, another 30, 40 minutes, if that? So, definitely feasible. Let's finish strong, guys. Back to our plank walk combos. Last freaking round. All right, I'm done playing. Okay, let's go. One. Two. Three. I'm struggling, but I got this. Woo! 4. Oh, I can feel it in my arms. Oh, 5. Oh, wait. Okay. Back to the V-ups. We got this. Let's get it, guys. Back to those V-ups. Make sure I get a good distance. And let's lean back. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Doing good, guys. Doing good. Back to those toe touches. Feet apart. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Get that core tucked. 7. Breathe. 12. Almost there. 14. 5 more. 19. And 20. Whew. We did it, guys. We freaking did it. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of myself. I'm glad I was able to knock this out early on a Sunday before I picked my daughter up from grandma's. And now I don't have to worry about it. Feels good. Feels really good. Hope you all feel good too. Hope you all have a good start of the week. I'm glad again to be able to share this journey with you. This is just the beginning. Obviously for me, my journey has been lifelong and it will continue to be lifelong because I believe in learning and never stop growing. So I have so much more to learn, so much more to teach, so much more to gain, so much more to lose. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. When you subscribe, it's completely free. I'm not asking you to buy anything. I'm just asking you to like and subscribe. That way, whenever I post new videos, you can even turn on your notifications or it'll be in your YouTube timeline. All right. But anyway, hope you all have a great week and see you next time.